Okay.
Okay, so Rep, what do you think about the shutdown and your House colleagues that keep, not working with the Senate proposal?
This is not where we wanted to be today. Right now, we're literally in the 11th hour facing a shutdown. And as we know, the stakes are especially high for Hawaii, for our Maui Ohana. We cannot allow anything to slow down in terms of services and supports that come to our island. Just think about all of the federal employees as well that we have in the state of Hawaii. Let's think of all the potential programs and services, benefits people rely on that could cease to exist if this shutdown takes place tomorrow, as it at this point very, very likely will be happening. This has severe impacts for our community. And the fact that literally we are being held hostage by a small number of individuals who just cannot put the people at the center of all of this, prioritize people over their politics. And that's why we find ourselves in this absolutely devastating situation.
Is there any chance? Like, what sense do you get?
We are literally, we have to have the good of the people rule the day. We just need a handful of Republicans to see that it is not worth holding the American people hostage. We are talking literally about within days and potentially a week in Hawaii, WIC recipients, women and children losing food money. If this is protracted and prolonged out, we have over 150,000 SNAP recipients. They could start to see themselves losing benefits if we're going into the weeks of a shutdown. Again, 70,000 federal employees in the state of Hawaii. Some will be deemed essential, forced to work without pay, others furloughed. Again, we are talking about real life impacts. The ability for people to put food on their table, keep a roof over their head. We cannot absolutely have this happen. We need at least a handful of people to see that the needs, the livelihoods of the American people are more important than this petty politics that we are seeing right now within our GOP caucus.
And last question, I know you told our reporter Jeremy Lee yesterday about the shutdown as it affects the Lahaina fire victims, but can you draw the line a little bit further? Like, how would it affect them? Is there someone who's lost their home and they're relying on such and such, and then they're going to lose that too?
I think it's important to note first and foremost, because there's a lot of fear right now, and it is absolutely justifiable in terms of the fear and the concern about a shutdown. In terms of Maui, we would not immediately see an impact. The 800 plus federal personnel on the ground right now, from FEMA to Army Corps, EPA, small business, they would not go away. The housing support that people are getting, the clear up support that we are getting, that would not go away. But the issue really comes when we consider the medium to the long-term support for Maui. The reality is we don't just need federal support now and tomorrow. We need this for months and years to come. And anything that slows down any kind of decision-making or the rollout of help, we may not feel it today, but we will feel it well into the future, which we cannot have. A shutdown would do that. It would start to slow down decision-making and the rollout of resources, programs, and supports. But let's also think about the fact that in Maui, we're not just dealing with the fire, we are dealing with individuals even who have been impacted by fire that are WIC recipients, that are SNAP recipients as well. And if this goes on for a protracted period of time, they are not only going to be suffering from the devastation of the fire, they may be losing their food money benefits. We may not be able to see loans rolled out that people need to restart their businesses, to rebuild their farms. All of these different things will contribute to further devastation and hurt. This would be a re-victimization, if you ask me, of the people of Maui if we cannot quickly draw this to a close and keep government open.
All right, U.S. Representative Jill Tokuda, thank you so much for talking to us. Diana Coe, KITV4 Island News.